Thank you. What really excites me about Points of Light is not just the importance of recognizing those who serve others. It's the inspiration those points of light can be for others. As Anthony said in the video, it's the ripple effect. One person does something, and then another, and another. So to make the biggest impact possible, we'd like to explore how we might help some of our British and American points of light to work together. And to discuss this, I have with me three very special guests to introduce, each of whom have turned personal tragedy into the most inspiring acts. Sarah Hope and Victoria Bacon, who are inspired by the brilliant medical treatment Sarah's daughter received, and have together set up Elizabeth's Legacy of Hope in memory of their mother to help over 250 child amputees in developing countries. And American point of light, Stephanie Decker, who lost her legs protecting her children in a tornado, and has since not only learnt to walk again, but created a foundation to help young amputees to play sport. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Sarah, Victoria, and Stephanie. Thank you very much indeed. Now, I'd like to start with a little bit about what you do and why you do it. So, Sarah, let me come to you. You want to tell us the story of a girl called Mariatu.
Yes, my daughter Pollyanna was just 2 when she lost her leg. She was very sadly run over by a bus in London. My mother Elizabeth has died in the same accident, and we have the charity in her memory. But Pollyanna, child amputees, they suffer not only from losing a limb, but they can suffer very badly from infections in the bone, because Pollyanna's bone tends to grow out of what I call her short leg. And child amputees need the life-saving surgery to get rid of the infection, and that's a very, very important part of what we do. And a little friend of Pollyanna's from Sierra Leone suffered a terrible infection in her bone called osteomyelitis. And Pollyanna, meanwhile, is having the same problem back in England. But Pollyanna was able to have the life-saving surgery and go on to live a perfectly normal and happy life. But very sadly, Mariatu, who also lost her leg when she was 2, was not able to be treated in Sierra Leone, and she had died of the infection.
Yeah, there couldn't really be more of a powerful story to...
So we just don't want any more little amputees to die of bone infections, and it's a simple operation that we are trying to give all the amputees in the countries that we help.
That's amazing, amazing work, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? And that is why you are helping 250 already child amputees across different parts of Africa.
Yeah.
Let me turn to Stephanie for a moment. Tell us something about the differences you see in the young people you help. I mean, it kind of goes beyond the sport itself, doesn't it?
Absolutely. In our foundation, we specifically help children. We teach them how to play sports just like other able-bodied children. Now, granted, not only do we teach them how to play sports, but we teach them so many other invaluable lessons in life. We teach them that they absolutely have no limits, that their boundaries are limitless. When these kids come to our camps, they truly walk in so shy and scared, and they're really hiding their limbs and legs, afraid. And they've never really met another child like them. They've never seen another kid that has lost a leg or an arm. And by the end of that camp, they are smiling ear to ear, and they're playing just like everyone else is. And we walk away from that looking and knowing that we have done something so amazing, and that these kids are doing something so amazing. And those types of things, those camps are teaching these children life lessons. Not only is it whether they want to play, kickball or wiffle ball in the backyard, or all the way to a collegiate level of playing baseball, we're teaching these kids that the life skills of confidence, to believe in themselves, or the ability to do absolutely anything that they want to do, and the courage to get through all the challenges and struggles in their life as they get older. And those are life skills and life lessons that they're invaluable, that they will carry with them the rest of their life.
Extraordinary, extraordinary. And now we have this idea that if we put these inspiring people together, see what happens. And now I wish you'd had the cameras on us earlier, because we went backstage and had a little chat, and it was one of the most inspiring conversations I've ever actually been, I say witness to. I started it off and I just sat back. It was extraordinary. But V, you're going to try and tell us something about what we discussed, and in particular this idea of children helping children.
Absolutely. Children helping children is a very strong message of our charity. Sarah and I, as much as we can, go in and talk to schools and children in schools about our work and what we do. And every time you see a little face lighting up, you've sown a little seed in them, that service to others, helping other people, is a really good, exciting, positive, wonderful thing to do that they can be proud of. And I really think it'd be wonderful if our charity, if Elizabeth's Legacy of Hope, could work with Stephanie's amazing foundation. Our children back at home in England could work so wonderfully and learn so much from the children here. And then we need to spread it further. We need to take these children who've got prosthetic provision, much better prosthetic provision perhaps than the children in the poorest parts of the world will ever have perhaps, but how much those children could learn and be inspired by what our children have, but actually how much these children here would learn from children in Africa. Sarah and I have both been out to Africa and visited the children that we're helping, and we learn so much from them. They can give as much back as we can give them, and it's a wonderful thing. And I would just like to say as well that how lovely it is that this award today is called Points of Light, that we're here celebrating a point of light, because we've made such a thing in our charity, and Stephanie's been so brave to bring real light out of her terrible, terrible darkness. Everybody can bring something out of terrible darkness. Service doesn't have to stem from a dark time, but when it does, it's a truly comforting and inspiring thing, and every day it brings us comfort that we know we're just doing a little bit of good in a world that needs so much good. And really, also, I'm very conscious that Sarah and I are here today representing all the British points of light. There are 368 points of light, of course, who aren't here today from England, and they should be so proud. And all the unsung heroes who haven't had the privilege of getting a reward because they're doing their deeds every day selflessly.
We have many, many more to find, and we're looking forward to finding them, but we're delighted to have you representing us today.
One other thing I would just like to say, if I may, that meeting Stephanie today for us has been truly awesome. Yeah, but us coming together like this to help so many children across the world, I think, is the most awesome thing of all.
Yeah.
Totally awesome.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So I had to say awesome.
She's learning the lingo.
Yeah.
I'm learning a little British, as we said.
Yeah.
I'm not nearly as good. But no, truthfully, when meeting together, I think we all kind of figure out our why in life, what our purpose is, and we have found our purpose, and miraculously coming together, we figured out a way to globally reach out.
We've got work to do, but we need to do it together.
Absolutely, and globally make an impact where I never really thought to reach that far and wide, and how my eyes have opened in the last 24 hours, and how truly we can make an impact, not just here in the United States, but across the nation and across the world. It's miraculous. So
where there's a will, there's a way, and there's a will.
Excited.
But with our charity, we work with other charities. It's working together, and that's how you
With your
make
help,
a difference.
we can make this happen. I'm seeing a global movement here to help child amputees.
Yeah.
with the Paralympics, of course, next year to give us some extra ammunition. Look, thank you so much for coming together with us today. I'd like to welcome back on stage Neil Bush, who's going to...
Why don't we stand?
Neil's going to honour Stephanie as a previous US Point of Light.
Stephanie, can you join me, please? That was awesome. Tim, thank you for your leadership. Stephanie, thank you for being such a bright point of light.
Thank you.
She's already received a designation as a point of light.
Yes.
And today, with Tim, come over here, please, we have the great privilege of recognizing these two amazing ladies to give them daily points of light recognition. So it is my honor to give the UK Daily Point of Light, number 369, I want to make sure I get this right, and 370 to these two amazing points of light.
Thank you.
What's up, Sal? Oh, that's European style.
Thank you.
Awesome. What an inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, over here. Camera over there.
Camera. Oh, we all get it.
Okay, stay here, ladies. We're good. Thank you all.
Extraordinary points of light from Great Britain and from America.
Okay, ladies. Come through now. I think that.